For example, there is no official match for the word math. I guess there isn't. Never thought about that. Number 8. The darkest shade of black imaginable has a trademark, and it's called Vanta Black. It's owned by Anish Kapoor, who has full rights to the shade. Number 9. In fact, Stuart Semple, a fellow artist, created a publicly available colour, the pinkest pink, which is available to you on the proviso that you are not Anish Kapoor or are affiliated with him. Number 10. A humble potato has more chromosomes than you do. That's not an insult, it's the truth. That is a bit weird. How can a potato be more complex than a human? I guess it is living up to its name being weird. Number 11. It's thought that appalling doctor's handwriting is responsible for killing around 7,000 people a year. A snail has a lifespan of up to 3 years if it's lucky enough not to get squashed in the meantime. Number 13. Mel Blanc was a legendary actor who is best known for voicing several Looney Tunes characters, particularly Bugs Bunny. Ironically, he was allergic to carrots. 14. There's such a thing as a fear of beards. It's called pogonophobia. Number 15. A golf ball is built. If a golf ball is built to full regulation, it boasts 336 different dimples. Number 16. Buttermilk doesn't actually contain any butter. 17. The rumours are true. Apples do contain cyanide, or at least the compound that leads to its production. Apple seeds contain amygdalin, I'm guessing, it's probably wrong, which contains cyanide when digested. Number 18. Around 25% of your body's bones can be found in just your feet alone. Number 19. While you might assume they tend to live out in the deserts of Africa and Asia, there are more camels in Australia than any other country on the planet. 20. Camels are, in fact, thought to be some of the hardiest animals on the planet when it comes to dehydration. However, giraffes can actually go longer than camels without water, on average. 21. Carrots used to be purple. They started mutating into the colour orange around the 1800s. 22. Some aquatic creatures such as sea bass and clownfish can change gender when it comes time to mate. Number 23. Around 80% of all known animals are six-legged, as they're all insects. Number 24. Believe it or not, if you have a wound, pour some sugar on it. As Def Leppard once sang, it can actually help you to heal quicker. Number 25. Hot water will actually freeze quicker than cold water. I have seen that video. I think it's someone in Alaska where they throw a big pitcher of hot water outside and it's minus, I think it was like minus 40 something degrees, and it just turns to vapour as soon as he chucks it out of the pitcher. So weird. So weird. Number 26. Some animals, such as octopuses, have 3 separate hearts. Number 27. Japan has more vending machines than people, around 23 per person. Number 28. Your blood cells travel incredible distances. It's thought that in the opposite sides of a single die. The sum will always be 7, no matter what you roll. Number 32. A baseball is thought to need replacing every 7 pitches. That's a stack of balls needed each match. Number 33. The Guinness Book of Records is thought to have been stolen more times than any other library book. A fitting record. Number 34. It's thought you'll spend just short of 3 years of your life looking for things you may have lost. Be careful to 3 up some time. Number 35. The praying mantis is unique amongst all insects in that it can move its head independently of the rest of its body. Number 36. The largest pan of scrambled eggs ever cooked weighed around 3.5 tons. All polar bears are said to be left-handed. Number 38. New Jersey is thought to be home to around 66% of all aubergines grown on Earth. Another random fact, it's called eggplant in the US as it starts growing white like an egg before it grows into its natural purple colour. Number 39. While most books these days are written via tablet or PC, it wasn't until Mark Twain wrote Tom Sawyer that authors started using typewriters for their novels. Number 40. It's thought that the Russian government's income comes from a variety of places, but that at least 10% of their revenue derives from vodka sales. That sounds like kind of like a stereotype, so I'm not sure how true that one really is, but I guess that's the random facts for you. Number 41. A jellyfish isn't made of jelly, but up to 95% of a specimen is water. Number 42. There are very few Disney animated movies where both parents of the protagonist appear and are still alive by the end. Some of these include Lady and the Tramp, Mulan, 101 Dalmatians, and Peter Pan. Number 43. You'll likely spend around 2 years of your life on your phone. Better keep those conversations brief. Now when they said 2 years, do they mean 2 years making phone calls, texting, browsing Instagram? I don't think that one would necessarily be true, because I feel like you would be on it more than that if you spend, I don't know, at least 10 minutes scrolling through it in the morning. God knows how long on YouTube if you're anything like me. Number 44. Queen Elizabeth II once trained to be a mechanic. Number 45. Elephants are adept at dealing with mosquitoes. If a bloodsucker lands on their backs, they will simply crush them with their skin folds. Number 46. An average bee has 5 different eyes, 2 as you'd expect at the front, with another 3 on top of its head. We are turning the page now. Number 47. It's thought that Mount Everest was once much taller than it actually is, and an earthquake brought it down to its current size. Number 48. Wombats poop in cubes. Number 49. There seems to be an interesting trend in the hair of people who score higher on intelligence tests than most. They seem to have hair richer in the mineral zinc. Number 50. It's thought that up to 50% of people on Earth have never had to handle a telephone call. Number 51. There are no states in the US that have the letter Q in their name. Number 52. There are no letter A's in any written numbers all the way up to 999. In some cases, you might spell 101 as 101, but US counters will not encounter a single A unit until they hit 1000. Number 53. France has had some interesting laws over the years. In ancient times, unfaithful wives were forced to chase after chickens in the streets, completely school of thought that believes there's an even shorter sentence. Go. Number 59 is thought that brain messages travel at 200 miles an hour, which is why you often find that you're able to make such snap decisions. Number 60. All houseflies hum in the same key, F, in the middle octave. Number 61. Brazil can't seem to settle on a national currency. History shows they've changed their official money at least 8 times since the 1940s. Number 62. It's entirely possible for a giraffe to clean out its own ears with its tongue. Number 63. Uncle Pennybags from the Monopoly games has a first name, Milburn. In fact, it's hotly disputed over whether or not the character used to have a monocle. All signs point to no. However, many people claim they remember otherwise. 64. This phenomenon is called the Mandela effect, a shared perception of something which didn't apparently exist. It's named after Nelson Mandela, as many people believe hearing that the statesman had died in prison. However, he was released in 1990 and lived for many years afterwards. Number 65. Some traditional jail keys would double as a single-shot gun, so that wardens could act in self-defence if needed. Number 66. Ever seen The Empire Strikes Back? It's believed that someone snuck a potato into one of the asteroid fields. Number 67. Rainbows were once called bows of promise in traditional Victorian England. Weirdly, there are more colours in the rainbow than we can see, as we only have a limited scope of colour. Number 68. Chickens, however, have a wider capacity to see colour, meaning it's highly likely they can see the full extent of a rainbow's palette. Number 69. Ballpoint pens kill up to 100 people each year through choking accidents. Number 70. A cow can walk upstairs but not down them. Probably not worth trying unless they have a permanent room on the top floor. Number 71. Your stomach is at risk of digesting and eroding itself. It protects itself with regenerating mucus. Number 72. Legendary boxer George Foreman used the same name for all 5 of his sons. George. Foreman once stated Joe Frazier, Muhammad Ali, Ken Norton and Evander Holyfield. You let them hit you on the head and see how many names you can think of. He has a fair point there. Number 73. You can type the word stewardesses with one hand, and it's the longest word you can type on a keyboard without needing the right. 74. If your favourite password is 123456, it's time to change it. It's the most common password on the planet and is therefore the least secure. Use your imagination. Although, to be fair, with passwords, if you used your imagination on every single one, other than writing it down, which kind of leaves you vulnerable if anyone ever found that notebook, how are you supposed to remember each one? That's just my fault. Number 75. It's thought that donkeys claim more lives each year than plane crashes do. I've heard of that one because I'm quite into watching the Smithsonian Channel's documentaries on plane crashes. And when I saw people write in the comments, oh yeah, well actually donkeys kill more people than plane crashes, I was sitting there and I was thinking, how's that even possible? I didn't think donkeys were that aggressive or accident prone, but you never know. Number 76. It's impossible for a crocodile to stick out its tongue. Number 77. Believe it or not, more people are more likely to fear spiders than they are death itself. Number 78. You can open a refrigerator from the inside, though this wasn't always the case traditionally. Number 79. The electric chair was, believe it or not, the creation of a dentist. Double check the safety of your chair the next time you go in for a checkup. Number 80. Cats have the inability to move their jaws in any direction, barring up and down. Oh, we're into the home stretch now. 81. It's possible for a hurricane to expend more energy in a mere 10 minutes than all the world's nuclear explosions can in one outburst. There's one you don't want to be testing out. 82. The classic 80s action movie Die Hard almost had a very different leading man, that man, Frank Sinatra, despite being in his 70s. This is because a contract stipulation from the movie, the detective, read that Sinatra be offered the sequel, which Die Hard in a roundabout way technically is. The history behind these books and the movies is bizarre. I apologise for the siren. It's a snowy day